Hello everyone. We are gonna learn how to factorize non-monic quadratics in this video. We've already covered the monic quadratics. The difference between monic and non-monic. Non-monic is, when you see just a standard quadratic expression, ax squared plus bx plus c. When a equals 1, we call this expression a monic expression. Obviously, when a is not 1, then it becomes non-monic quadratic. Yeah. And then we learned how to factorize a monic quadratics last time. So like find a pair of number, let's say the expression is x squared plus bx plus c. Find a pair of number that add up to b and then multiply to c. Then somehow, like, I also explained why this is the case, but like one pair of number add up to b and then multiply to give c, and then we can factorize this like x plus this one and x plus this one. Yeah, that's how we factorized. So now we want to factorize non-monic quadratics. Those things like 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. So how do we factorize? It's gonna be a bit more complicated than monic quadratics, but maybe it's pretty similar, I would say. The first thing that you should do is still we are gonna find a pair of number. We want to know a pair of numbers still, and then add up to 11. Okay, is exactly the same so far, but if you multiply them together, then you get not just 12, you get 12 times 2, the product of the constant and the coefficient of x squared. So like in this case, 12 times 2, so like 24. So we want to find the pair of number. So so now what you do is think about factors of 12. What are pairs of numbers that could make 12? Maybe I think 1 and 24. And then the next one is 2 and 12. Yeah, and then also at the same time, you have to consider that this pair of number that we are looking for should add up to 11. So like 24, 12. So these pairs are not the answers that we are looking for at the moment. So next one will be 3 and 8. So when you add them together, then you get 11. So yeah, this is the pair. That's it. No, sorry, that's not it. We have, yeah, I mean, in monic quadratics, this was it, but like now we have an extra step to take. 3 and 8, okay, great. And what we are gonna do is split this 11x into 8 plus 3, because this is a pair of numbers that we just found, 8 and 3. So we are gonna write this down again in a different form. For your information, this method is also called grouping. Grouping, why? We are gonna see 2x squared plus 8x plus 3x plus 12. So we are gonna make two different groups with those 4 terms. So we are gonna take out the common factors, 2x, and you get x plus 4, and then 3 here, then you get x plus 4 as well. So if you see the same bracket in each side, then it's a good sign. You are gonna get there. So just by combining these, 2x plus 3 and then x plus 4, that's how you factorize non-monic quadratics. So yeah, this is the process. At first, you find a pair of number, add up to the coefficient of x and multiply to give not just the constant, not just the number, the product of the constant and the coefficient of x squared. So in this case, 12 times 2. If you want to generalize ax plus bx plus c, and then if you want to factorize this one, you want to find the pair of number that add up to b and multiply to give ac, a times c, ac. So it pretty makes sense. In monic quadratics, we just found the pair of numbers that add up to b and multiply to c, because back then a equals a equaled 1, so like it was only c. But now we want to find the pair of numbers that b and ac. Yeah, so that's the difference. Another thing I want to mention at this point is why this works. Like, why by using this method we can factorize non-monic quadratics. Like, how? I mean, you just learn the process and now like how to do this. Like, if you just practice maybe several times and you get used to it and you will factorize non-monic quadratics, okay, that's good. But I personally believe like that's not an ideal way to learn mathematics. Why? Because if you don't know the fundamental, like why that works, why that is the case, then it's not gonna be fun and you're not gonna remember for a long time because you don't know why that is. And yeah, basically you are gonna lose your interest in mathematics. So I think that's why in the last video I explained why we want to find a pair of number, add up to b and multiply to c by just expanding. I expanded these generalized brackets, and then you got x squared plus a plus b x plus c, ab. So you get addition here and then multiplication here. Okay, yeah, that's good. But what does this have to do with factorization? Because usually what you are given is this standard form, this like expanded form. So like the questions that we've solved, like this, x squared plus 3x plus 2. What we want to know is like how to factorize this one. So we are usually given this standard form and we want to change this into these like two brackets. And that's why we just, put some unknown, not fixed numbers, like here a and b, and then we expand it and then see the relationships between these two numbers here and then these two numbers here, because usually we know these two numbers, but we don't know these numbers. So that's why we wanted to know the relationship. And that was the relationship, like find the pair of number, add up to, in this case, 3, multiply 2, and then this will be like 1 and 2. Then you can factorize x plus 1 and x plus 2 like this. Yeah, so that's the basic like fundamental of this factorization. So like it's pretty much the same in monic quadratics. So I'm not gonna go over this one right now, but if you wanna really know about the root of factorization, I recommend you just try this one. Yeah, so like basically the idea is just another standard form like ax plus b and cx plus d, and then you expand this one and then find the relationships between the numbers in factorized forms and expanded form. Yeah. For now, let's go over two questions. So the first one, we want to find a pair of number that add up to 10 and then multiply 2, not just 12, 12 times 2, so 24. So think about pairs that can make 24. So like 124, obviously not. It's like we want the pair. Excuse me. We want the pair to add up to 10. So like this 2 and 12 also it doesn't work, and 3 and 8 same. Maybe 4 and 6. Yeah, if we add them together, then we get 10. And then okay, now this is it. We found a pair of number, and then we split this one into 4x plus 6x. Then expressions will look like 2x squared plus 4x plus 6x plus 12. Oh, sorry, yeah, this is 12. And take out the common factors, 2x plus 6 in this case, x plus 2. If you see the same binomials here, then you're on the right track. So it will be like 2x plus 6 and x plus 2. You can simplify like one step further. If you can see the common factor in this simplified form. So this is not 100% simplified actually. If you take out 2, then x plus 3 and x plus 2. Yep, this one pretty much the same. Find a pair of number negative 12 and multiply to give 16 times 2 will be 32. So I want you to think in your head, the pairs of numbers that could make 32. So like, 2 and 16, 1, 32. I can think 4 and 8. So negative 4 and negative 8, since, when you add them, you have to get negative 12. So negative 4 and negative 8, I think this is the pair of numbers. And minus 4x minus 8x. So you're gonna write this expression like this: 4x minus 8x plus 16. So common factor minus 4x minus 2. That's how you get 2x minus 4 and x minus 2. But also one more step: 2 common factor x minus 2. Yeah.